D&D with THC, Lost Minds of Phandelver, episode 20. Had a 2-week hiatus there. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. A couple of DMs had shit going on, so we had a bunch of stuff going on. Lots happened while we were away. I don't know if everybody checks out the We D&D stream from Art Heart Studios. They actually put out a blunt rolling challenge to us. Their guy Gus there rolled 6 blunts in 4 minutes and 20 seconds, so we've got to try to beat that.
I'm gonna smoke they boots, then I'm gonna smoke my blunt.
Exactly. I got the blunt roll, the blunts on deck. We're gonna get it all rolled up. We're actually gonna try to beat that challenge.
They gotta roll real blunts. They can't roll none of that.
It wasn't
Bluntville cigarillo bullshit.
Yeah, it wasn't backwards. He didn't roll backwards, so it was like it's fake blunts. But either way, I'm still gonna whoop his ass. I think I could do 8 in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So we're gonna do that Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when we play the baking campaign. But we're definitely gonna get back, and I'm sure we can beat them. So make sure you tune in Wednesday for that. And also head over to Art Heart Studios and check them out every Tuesday, I believe it is, at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They've got a really good stream that goes on over there playing D&D with them. But we're back here. We're going to play D&D here. Jared's back. He's ready to DM. I don't know if anybody can remember where the fuck we left off, but I know we killed a bunch of shit and we were getting ready to split up the loot. So let's get after it.
All right. I give you a little synopsis here. So happy Cluck Clucks to our Canadian friends. So where we left off was a little bit of a harrowing adventure for our intrepid crew. So, just to recap the last episode, we went on a little bit of a shopping spree. You guys had a little bit of an altercation with a drug dealer that was trying to sell some unicorn blood to Pino and Richter. Richter promptly tried to stab the guy and steal everything. And the man ran away. You slit Rufus's throat because he was talking back, apparently not to your liking, and hid him inside of the wagon that you have over by the inn. And then you proceeded with Stillstream to go and try and reclaim that dark area of Neverwinter from the orcs who had taken it over. And so that area being the river district. So you went there, got probably, I wouldn't say the battle of your life, but a pretty hardcore one that left quite a few of you pretty battered and bruised. Stillstream and everybody is actually up at the moment, having gone down probably about 4 or 5 times throughout the battle. Pino and Dab managing to stay alive throughout the altercation. You now have several dead orcs and a couple of dead owl bears sitting in front of you, and go make your way through.
So, real quick, do we hear anything else? Does it sound like there's any other orcs, any other fighting going on anywhere else?
Hustle and bustle. You definitely from a ways off, you definitely know you didn't clear the area. There are orcs in the area, but you don't hear like war cries or any parties making their way to you.
Well, that's a good sign, I guess. Somebody start looting before Dab does.
Actually, so that's going to be, I guess we'll make a sleight of hand check. Let's see who gets to the first body. Dab and, actually, let's make it an athletics check because Dab's got a ways to run. So, to get to the first body. So we'll see, let's do Dab and, let's do an athletics check. It's contested between Dab and Pino. I don't know how fast Dab will be able to get to on his little legs.
So am I doing athletics or sleight of hand?
You're going to do an athletics check.
Wow, okay, D&D Beyond did change it.
Why? What did it look like for you?
My advantage, normal disadvantage was on D&D Beyond instead of Roll20.
Interesting. All right, let's see it from Dab. Oh, Dab ain't stealing shit. So, Dab, you go. All of a sudden, you like make eye contact with Pino, looking at all the dead bodies sitting around. He sees the blush in your eyes all of a sudden as your excitement takes you over, as the loot is now available to be had without danger. You sort of Pino sort of takes a quick step forward and goes to run towards the first the first body, and you just panic run. As soon as you start to run, you just fall flat on your face and sort of like pick yourself back up. Pino probably begins to laugh and then makes his way over to the first body.
What is that guy doing? I'm gonna start looking through the pockets.
I'm leaning
so
on my
rummaging-
sword, which is sticking in the ground, and I'm really not looking well, but I'm still laughing and probably coughing up blood at fucking death.
Yeah.
Fucking hit the ground.
Yeah, I think Gideon is at the worst right now. Gideon's at 2 health at the moment, from what I remember. Ganja's at least up and coherent. Still stream standing there, basically saying, "Take what you will, men. We will go back to the halls of justice and revel in our victory."
I'm
I'm gonna be
gonna
reveling in more than your victory, mate.
I'm gonna go over to Gideon and pat him on the back a little bit and give him some lay on hands.
Yeah, I think you burned a little bit of it, but not all of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him 10 points of it.
Okay, so you should be pretty close to done then.
Well, it says I'm at 18,
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
so I'm gonna give him 10.
All right, so 10 points to Gideon. Gideon, you sort of, as his hand comes to your back, you sort of take a breath of fresh air. You breathe in a little better. You stop coughing up blood as much, being able to to actually function now, which is nice.
And I'm gonna
checking-
say, let's loot these fuckers and go from here.
Checking the pockets of everybody around, it's surprisingly minimal. You gather that this was a war party that was sent out to defend rather than some rich crew that you came across. I need who would be the most experienced at hunting? Honestly, the hunter. So Richter, I need you to make a intelligence check.
Okay, I can do that. I think I'm what's it called though? I'm a bard.
You're a bard, but you're also a ranger, right?
I'm just a bard.
Yeah, he's a ranger. in
Yeah,
the other
rangers.
campaign.
I'm a druid.
So you're
That's
are
an
you a ranger
animal, so
human, a ranger
nature.
or elf, aren't you?
Ranger elf.
Or sorry, you're a
elf.
bard elf. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a bard.
Then
elf.
yeah, then the druid would probably have the most experience. My bad. So yeah, you would take the
Okay.
intelligence check. Pino. I keep forgetting. you.
Straight intel.
Yeah, just take an intelligence check.
What the fuck? It's on roll 20 now.
Interesting. So it doesn't take you much to realize that the way orcs sort of operate, you've known this from your childhood and from living in the woods. Orcs operate in terms of war parties. They have generally a larger leader, and then they basically break up into smaller factions. You also know that generally the orcs themselves don't generally like to carry goods on them. They prefer to keep it in large loot packs that are well protected inside of their barracks. So what's funny to you is that this is basically just a war party. This is a very large war party that was patrolling the streets, looking to make sure it's protected and maintained.
So in other words, there's a lot more where these came from.
That's what you gather, yeah.
Say we take what we can find and look at the owlbear. Is that skin worth anything? Skin that thing?
Oh, good point. Go ahead and make a nature check. They consult the guide.
Make an owlbear rug out of it.
19.
Okay, so you manage to very skillfully, actually. You pull out your dagger, and you manage to carve around the teeth. The beak, and carve around the eyes. You actually get a very fair sized sort of skin, all in one piece. Very impressive. All in one piece skin off this owl bear. It stands about. I mean, if you were to pick the thing up, it probably stands up about 10 feet because an owl bear stood straight up. It's probably about 10 feet tall. It's a sizable piece. It's a nice sort of. It's very rough because it's not fur, right? It's sort of a mixture between fur and feathers. So it's not very comfortable. I'll say that. But it is a sight to behold.
For
Are you
feathers?
Are you trying to do that with both?
Like a pillow? Well, I don't know.
This is more like a giant blanket.
I just take the feathers. Maybe just take one. I'll just take one of them. Just take one of them.
All right. So yes, the hide. Okay. Yeah. So you have the. I mean, there's 3 real things on an owlbear. So sorry, make a. With a 19, you'll find. So there's 3 main things that you can pull: hide, feathers, and eyes. So you managed to pull the hide off quite well. The feathers, they're fairly easy. You can pull. They're mostly in the neck area and sort of in the headrest area, so you can pull those off as well if you like. If you want to make a quick check,
Make a which check?
a nature check, another one.
Oh.
Actually, sorry, these are survival checks. I'll let the first nature check pass, and we'll ignore that one. Doesn't matter; it would have passed anyways. So make a survival check. My bad. This is not nature. Still good. So you managed to get the feathers out. You've got a nice tuft of feathers. Are you pulling this from both animals?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so the one you pull a hide off and the feathers off just fine. We'll go for. Are you going for the eyes as well?
Yep.
Okay, so the eyes of the first one, we'll take that one off. So another survival check. Looking for a 15 on this one.
Yeah, anything that I think is valuable. 21.
So all 3 of those managed to come off with good ease. In general, you have practical uses for the hide and the feathers. They're good and warm. Hide, the feathers can be used for fletching and things like that. Eyes, really more so alchemy. Those things are going to be used by wizards or witches, things that need them for alchemy. You do know they have a shelf life, so either you need to get them salted, put in formaldehyde, something.
Is
now
any of it edible as meat?
Owlbear is not necessarily edible, considering what they actually consume is mostly rodent. And in nature, you can try, but it's generally you're throwing the dice every single time. So
Fair enough. Like pufferfish.
yeah. More like raccoon. So Pino, make 3 more survival checks. We'll do in order: hide, feathers, eyes for the next owlbear. Hide comes off without a problem. So does the feathers. My goodness. So you manage in a very short period of time to you basically run to the next owlbear, and you just you slice and dice. It's a sight to behold, and everybody actually will start to notice. Stillstream even sort of stands back and looks to you and goes, "You've handled a blade like that before with an animal." As you basically move your knife around in such ease, you manage to get a pristine hide, feather, and 2 sets of eyes out of both of these animals with relative ease. You do know they have a relative short shelf life, except obviously the feathers. And yeah, you now are the proud owner of quite a bit. Now the only problem is there's really no way to carry. You've got 2 10-foot, probably by 5-foot hides that are, I guess, slopped across your back.
I'm gonna help him carry some shit.
Definitely. I think I got use for these eyes. These eyes might help us pay off the rest of that debt for that trident of yours.
That would be nice, man. I'd go and pick up one of the big ass eyes.
I'll carry the other one.
Perfect.
He did the work getting them off. I'll carry it back.
I'll just grab a piece of cloth, wrap up the eyes.
Dab, you finally managed to get over to some of the orcs' bodies. You rummage around, finding nothing in the pockets at this point. Nothing of value on them. I mean, all of them carry a battle axe. It's relatively small. Something you, Dab, couldn't pick up. Maybe something that the bard could carry, but I don't know if he's necessarily proficient in battle axes. So as you guys stand around, the Stillstream says, "The night is getting old. I would like to get back, have a rest. We can talk in the morning. I shall meet you at the halls of justice, men. You will be paid handsomely for your work here tonight. Neverwinter is eternally grateful."
Just remember, you wouldn't be going home tonight without us.
Also, too, I have a question to ask Pino. Pino, the things that you know about these orcs, do you share all that stuff with us?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let still stream, but I'm going to turn to my friends and be like, mates, do you mean that there are a lot more of those orcs? You don't think they'll take it remiss that we actually, put paid to their friends?
They're here, but they haven't come into the city any farther yet.
Oh, so this is all of them that are in the city.
No, I would say there's probably.
Earshot? Are you saying this in the earshot of Stillstream at this point?
Oh yeah, she's right beside us. I'm assuming.
Stillstream sort of cuts in as you say that, and he goes, "This is but one victory of many that is required to take back the River District. We have made a dent this day. They know we are here, and they will be afraid. We have done what we needed, and the fight continues."
Yeah, I think if we wanted to take out more, I mean, knowing these guys have nothing on them, they got to have shit somewhere. Like, we could always come back another day after a good rest and maybe be a little sneakier the next time.
It sounds right, man.
Pretty excited to make a pillow out of these owlbear feathers also.
With an owl bear down.
Let's get the hell out of here before their friends come looking.
Okay, so you guys will probably make your way back to the inn, I'm assuming?
Yeah, because he's going a separate way and we're meeting him in the morning, so.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to the Shaken Flagon. You walk in, so sorry, you guys make your way through the night, walking towards the Shaken Flagon. Stillstream sort of turns to you and goes, "I will see you in the morning at the halls of justice, men. Good night to you, and sleep well." And he makes his way off towards the halls of justice that you guys walk to. You guys are making your way to the Shaken Flagon. At this point, Dab, I need you to roll a d20.
Actually, while he's doing that, what time would this be? Would this be like late at night? Could we go to this lady's house? I want to get rid of the eyeball as fast as I can.
You're getting like midnight at this point. Like it's midnight, 1 a.m.
Okay.
Nothing's open at this point.
All right.
So Dab, go ahead and roll a d20. We got a 5. Okay. All right. So as you make your way back towards the Shaken Flagon, you look at the you take a look at your wagon that's parked just outside, and you notice the door is ajar at this point. So the door is a little ways open now. If I'm going to show you, sort of give you a mind's eye of what your wagon looks like, it's a big square box, doors on either side, and obviously there's reins at the front, and then you have doors on the doors here and a door here, and then on the top you have almost like a rim around the top that holds a lot of stuff on the top. So you guys, some people can ride inside, some people can ride on top.
It's like a stagecoach.
Yes, it's similar to that. So the door that is facing you is open, wide open at this point in time as you walk up.
Am I alone?
No, I think all 5 of you are together.
So I'd make my.
Somebody's robbed our fucking wagon.
Yeah, I do concur.
A little worried. Where did we put Rufus? He was supposed to be in there, right?
I thought I slit his throat and we left him in the bush somewhere.
Well, knowing he was coming back to life, I thought we threw him back in the wagon or something. We picked him up.
To give you guys hindsight, you guys went back to the wagon and threw him in the wagon.
Oh, okay. So I would say
I don't know if he got robbed so much as something come out.
Oh, mate. This is a bit creepy.
like Rufus in that barrel is starting to become quite the fucking bother. You might have to go find a tree and see if you can't get that barrel off.
Quite the pain in the ass.
So needless to say, I'd go over and open the door of the fucking wagon.
All right, so the wagon's open, so you go. I assume you sort of walk in.
It was
and
ajar,
as you walk
said,
in,
so
you
I would open it the rest of the day.
Yeah, so you walk in, you sort of open the door. Nothing seems to be amiss. There is a missing Rufus. All of a sudden, you start to hear some movement in that top half of the coach, and you hear, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! What is going on down there?" And then you see this head pop out. It's Rufus again, cold white eyes at this point in time, with the barrel still slung on his back. He sort of reaches over and goes, "The hell are you guys?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't know, you don't know us, but we know who you are, Rufus. I don't know who you are today, but that barrel keeps turning you into different people. So which one is it today?
who am I today, man? I don't know what you're talking about, man. And who's this Rufus dude you keep talking about?
Nothing. Just follow me. Keep your head down, and you won't get killed.
Whoa, man. Whoa. You're being like real harsh, bro. Real harsh.
You are gonna be
what?
real dead if you don't listen to me. I've killed you 4 times already.
I've died once before, man, and I don't know how I came back. I was chilling it in the afterlife, and then all of a sudden I'm back here. I don't understand this, but my name's Halflar.
There's nothing for you to understand. Just know that I am your master, and do as I say, or end up like you did the first time. I'm not generally a bad person. Well, yeah, who am I kidding? I'm an asshole, but if you listen...
Wait a minute, Dad. Wait a minute. Yeah, the afterworld. I want to know about that, man.
Ask away, Gideon. He's all yours. I think this guy's fucking high on some root, but get after it. And I'm going to toss a little root up at Rufus because it sounds like he's of the same mentality as I am when I puff on my pipe.
So root is not necessarily a thing. You got Mary Jade's fern here.
Okay,
but,
yeah, that's what I'm giving it to
You
him.
throw up some Mary Jade's fern. He catches it in his hand and manages like, this is astonishing. With one hand, he's got papers in one hand. He grabs that root and just basically puts his hands together, slips out a joint, and then throws it in and goes, dude, thank you.
Be like, there's more of that where that come from, Rufus, but fuck, you gotta listen to what I say and do as I say. Sounds like
hey man, you can call me whatever you want if there's herb involved.
Sounds like you're gonna be pretty easy to get along with, but just don't fuck around. I've slit your throat fucking twice already.
Dad, how many times you gonna threaten the man with slitting his throat in one moment?
As many as I want, because I've done it 2 times already. I know I can do it again.
Oh, and that note, I turn and enter the tavern.
He's like, I don't know about that, whatever, but I don't know what I look like right now, but my back fucking hurts. Can y'all give me some food or something?
You got a barrel on your back. We tried to hide it. As long as you keep your fucking mouth shut, you can come into the tavern with us and grab a bite to eat. But the last version of you wouldn't shut the fuck up, and they just about got us busted a couple times. That's why I had to kill the motherfuckers. So you can understand the troubles I've been having here and my frustrations with you as whatever version of a person you are. So just follow my lead. You'll be all right. Run your fucking mouth, and you'll be back in the ground.
If we're gonna bring him inside, maybe we should disguise him first.
Obviously, we're gonna do that.
Didn't we just do this same shit last night? Can we just leave him in the fucking back, leave him in the wagon, and bring him some food?
I think he's all right. Like we got the last guy in there, no problem, and he was fucking running off at the gums. I think this guy's all right.
Do you really think that was with no problem?
Wow. I think we caused more of a fucking problem than Rufus did at that point.
Mate, I remember this woman telling us not to bring him back in.
We also paid her not to tell people that we robbed some fucking drunk.
I still don't understand why we're even ever talking about that again.
I'm saying she can be bought. I don't think she'll be an issue.
Yeah, I got you.
As long as you're doing the buying.
Indeed, I'm quite poor.
This is not the zombie you are looking for.
He goes, I don't care about whatever, man. I'm just hungry as fuck right now, and I look like a goddamn gummy fish. All right.
Throw this. I'll throw him a blanket, and I'll say, put this around your back and act like you got a hunchback. And we'll
put the fucking owl bear fucking thing on him, and
because I'm sure they're gonna be just fucking thrilled that an owl bear come walking through the door.
No. Like makes just only show his face.
Make him a fucking owl.
Like just only show his face. Like put it on him, and like he's fucking cold. He's good. You know. He's.
I think he stinks enough. Maybe a fresh owl bear hide right now.
I don't think he's stinking. Idea. I don't think he's stinking right now though, because he's not dead. Like
he's gonna stink if I throw that bloody hide on his back.
Then he's gonna stink.
And then he turns. So as you said, because you're sort of having this conversation out loud, and he turns to you and goes, "I might point out, smelling pretty rank, man."
Well, fuck. What have you been doing? You haven't had a shower? Like, what are you just up there jerking?
Hey man, I woke up like this.
You were sitting
I'm in
up on
a whole new territory here, bro.
You've been sitting up on that wagon beating your fucking meat, haven't you?
He's an undead creature, man.
I do what I gotta do to pass the time.
Good at any time.
I'll tell you, man, this is like a baby dick. This fucker hasn't blown through it all yet.
Still waiting on that part to develop, eh?
All right, you know what? Fuck this. Just leave him in the goddamn wagon. We'll get him
I
some
don't give a
food.
shit about this situation no more. Once they
So-
start talking about zombie
So
babies.
I always carry around a spare pipe, obviously, because I'm pretty heavy.
Oh, yeah.
I need my pipe, and if it breaks, I want to have a backup. So I'm gonna kick that. I'm gonna kick the backup over to Rufus, and I'm gonna be like, here, I'll fill the bowl, and I'll say, just sit here, puff this for a while. You want anything specific to eat? Nothing fucking expensive, because we're not exactly rich, but you keep it on the kitty menu, and we'll fucking hook you up.
Hey, meat and some drink. That's all I need, man. Don't know where it came from.
All right, I got you. Just sit here, shut up, and don't fucking cause a scene, and I'll
Sounds
walk off.
good,
Is
the
this
bro.
a
side of the
game where I
Anyone-
have that picture?
As you walk away, you hear, "Hey, bro," and he's pointing at Richter, asking him to come back.
You always pick the guy that can't talk. I was trying to fucking do a dab, choking. Now Richter's eating.
I'm gonna say, hey guys, this guy's trying to get my fucking attention.
And I'll be like, he's just some fucking stoner, man. He's pretty easy to get along with. I think I like this version of him. He
As you're saying that, he's like, "Bro, I didn't want to bring any attention to it, but I know you've had the glow before. I know you've had that blood. You got any more?"
oh, so he's a drug addict too, Richter. He should be best friends
I'm
with
not
you.
even gonna answer him, and I'm gonna look at Dab and say, hey man, keep Shaun of the Dead on the leash.
What was his buddy's name in that?
Then I'm gonna turn around and walk into the Winchester.
The Winchester. I like at the end of that movie when he's got him fucking chained up in the shed so they can still play video games together. That's kind of what we got going on right now.
As long as you keep him chained up in that shed.
Yeah. And I'll be like, I'll just look over at Rufus and I'll be like, you don't need none of that shit. The last time we got into that stuff, we ended up having to fight versions of ourselves and you died the first time.
Oh,
Or
that's when. Yeah, I forgot Richter got to do it then.
the first time that we've seen you die, anyway. You've
He
died
went,
many
all right,
times.
man.
When
But if you
when
guys-
Dab says that, I try and make eye contact with Pino again for a second.
So as soon as you make eye contact with Pino, both of you start to see that black tear again coming out of the eye. So as soon as that conversation's even had, as soon as it's mentioned about the blood cells, all of a sudden that tear starts to come through your eye, and as you make eye contact with each other.
Do either one of us notice it? Or do any of those?
I
notice
ignore it.
You don't.
I turn
Nobody
away.
else. You guys could notice each other, them locking eyes if you look really, really close, but no, you would notice nothing on their face.
I just turn my head away as soon as I see it.
I don't say anything.
It's still nighttime, right?
I need both Pino and Pino and Ganja. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Still nighttime, right?
Very, very late. Yeah, you're still hearing a hustle and bustle coming from the shaken flagon beside you.
I'm hearing nothing but crickets right now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, you're hearing nothing. Right?
Yeah, no, I got a cricket soundtrack playing in the background right now.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
you
it
don't.
shouldn't be
I'm
that-
I'm taking over the sound effects because you were doing a shitty job. Doing a great job DMing shit at the sound effects.
well, see, I got creepy mysterious running right now.
Yeah, but then you forget 10 minutes from now and we got dead air for a fucking
Ganja and Pino. So Ganja, you sort of rub your eye and make your way. Pino, you turn around and you just feel almost as if something's got like a hold of your heart, like literally, almost like you're having a heart attack right now. Like that's what you feel like. You're just like something's like grabbing your insides at the moment.
And I like be off to the side, trying to make nobody notice me.
Okay.
Wincing.
nobody
So-
noticing you having a massive fucking coronary.
I'm wincing. I'm fucking
I'm
wincing.
okay. I'm okay.
I
Just
didn't
leaning on a
necessarily
wall,
look
leaning on a
away,
wall.
I just
Just out of
didn't
breath.
say anything. Like,
As you walk off to the side, all of a sudden, Rufus jumps up and goes, "Bro, that guy's got the drip. That guy's got the drip. I promise you."
Yo, man, I told you to shut the fuck up. But what are you talking about?
The fuck is the drip?
I
Man.
was scared to say. Yo, damn, said I told you to shut the fuck up, but what are you talking about?
He turns to you and goes, he's like, yo, bro, I've seen this before. I've seen this before. When you get killed by dark magic, man, dark magic comes back.
What from where? Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I
Who's
did
got
see
the
Hurts in your chest. And he sort of points to Pino. And he goes, hurts in your chest, don't it, bro?
I don't know what you're talking about, but keep going.
Can I make an insight
what's
check
the
on
matter? You
Pino?
do look a little pink.
Because I know something's up. Can I make an insight check on him?
Yeah, you can make an insight check on Pino.
on Rufus or on Pino.
On Pino.
don't know shit.
Yeah, you're
fine.
you're inclined to believe him at this point. He goes, man, I'm telling you, keep that shit on lock. Because if it gets out, it'll get even worse. That shit kills, man.
How do you
Trust
keep
How
me.
do you get rid of this drip?
Just humor ya. What do you mean gets out?
Gets out? Like fucking flays you like a fish. That's what, man. That thing wants out. It's inside you right now. I'm telling you.
How do we fit?
Gonna come out.
What is
How
so
do you-
there dark
How
magic
do you
in
kill
him?
it?
I saw it
Oh,
once,
become
man.
horribly
That's how I ended up dying. My buddy had it, man. Black fucking tears and everything.
Oh, so
All of
you
a sudden, one
OD'd.
day-
Your dumbass OD'd, and you still ain't learned your fucking lesson.
Yo, bro.
Hold on.
I didn't
hold on.
OD.
No,
I
no,
got
no, no,
killed.
no. Go back to these black tears.
Man, he always kept saying he was like crying black and shit. I don't know what he was talking about, but one day this fucking thing comes flying out of his mouth, fucking just absolutely brutalizes me, man. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up with a tiny zombie dick.
I'm looking right at Pino as he's like explaining this whole thing, like, and giving him the rock eyebrow right now.
It ain't no mystery that we got fucked up by those blood bastards.
Yeah, and I'll
This
just
isn't something we can just shrug off now. Like,
The
And then-
fuck is the use of
so-
having a wizard if he doesn't know anything about
So-
magic?
so as they're talking about this, I'm just gonna kind of turn to both of them and go, "What the fuck are you guys talking about over there? You guys been bleeding out your fucking eyeballs?
You fucking tell me, Mr. fucking Dark Wizard.
I can't fucking see your no. You look fine to me, other than you had your little fart stuck sideways there about 15 minutes ago. But I don't know what the fuck's going on with you now. Are you guys?
just
Is there
joking.
some?
I
Is there
just-
something you're not
I-
telling us?
I
You
just
guys-
had a little big toke of Mary Jane's fern there. I just need a little cough. A
I've
little
been
cough
talked
in the
about
corner.
this
I've been
before,
smoking
when
Mary
we were in
Jade's
that
fern
phase.
for 200 fucking years, and it ain't made my fucking heart hurt.
when we were in that fucking stone place
sure?
and we fought our blood selves.
It
we
it
had
does.
this conversation after. Remember when we thought we saw some shit in our eyes and you guys couldn't see it?
I don't
Well,
think was that a
apparently-
was that a conversation to the world that
No,
that
that was
one?
never a conversation.
You guys have been
That
keeping
was
this under
another
wraps the whole
passing
time.
glance, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
I'm-
another passing glance.
this is the first we're finding out that there's a problem with you guys. I seen you both die, or no, I didn't because
no, nobody
Yeah,
saw
you
them
see-
die
yeah,
because Ganja and Pino were the only ones left up there. Rufus was the only one that saw them die, technically.
yeah.
Yeah, some fucked up shit
Well,
happened. I
something
mean, we all
happened up
fucking
there.
left us.
Well, did you
Somebody had to be sacrificed.
Did you
Control it. What can I say, Pino? Fight better.
did you guys
You're
defeat
welcome for saving you.
did you guys defeat the blood versions of yourselves?
I don't
No,
fucking
we did
know what
talk
happened.
about that. We did talk about that. I know.
I had him on the ropes. Yeah, we talked about not winning.
Did you?
Yeah, we did
So
talk
then-
about not winning.
so
We didn't
then-
talk about the I.
So at that time, I would say I think it's pretty safe to make the assumption that by you guys losing, the dark magic has infested your body, and according to our brain dead fucking friend over here, he's
Hey.
he thinks it's gonna just shut the fuck up. He thinks it's gonna come out of there and kill you guys.
No, I think he's gonna come out of here and kill you guys. So, I mean, I'm actually less worried now. But
Oh, well, I guess Rufus, did it kill your friend first, or did it kill you?
Hey man, I just saw like a darkness, and then
All
wait
right,
a minute,
all
you
right,
told me
all
to
right.
shut the fuck up.
Go back to shutting the fuck up. Yeah, he's no help. So
I think our next move maybe should go find what one of Ganja's friends, perhaps.
I think we should go talk to one of my friends, one that you were all fucking butthurt about me telling fucking some information when it's coming
No.
around full circle where it could help us,
No.
and maybe I didn't do such a
don't
bad
want-
thing after all. But you guys can do
Obviously-
what you please.
Obviously, you're no fucking help because you had no idea, Mr. Fucking Dark Wizard. I will go fucking for the
Said-
light
I
side
d-
and maybe find a priest or something, see if we can fucking do this the right way.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. I probably invest in a pre.
Oh, that's every time.
I'm
When
guessing he's
Al's
gonna
about
say-
to make a baller speech.
yeah.
Al's fucking internet drops out.
Dude, like I
fuck.
said, somebody's.
Were you
fucking
gonna say
with
go
him.
find a preacher, Al?
I'm sorry, I didn't even know I dropped, bro.
Just for a quick second, and then we didn't hear the what you were ready to go
Like
find.
the punchline of
He
your-
was-
of your
yeah,
He was
conversation.
agreeing with me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say get a priest, yes, mate.
Oh,
Because I
okay,
don't trust
priest.
the fucker we came from with the zombie army.
Hey, man,
And- yeah.
I'm just saying that option's available to us because I'm on good terms
maybe
with
we
that
should
dude.
make
I
too.
don't
it the
think it is.
first option, though,
But
man.
I
if
don't
you
like
wanna,
it, but
you wanna
that
go
can be
see
a secondary option.
priest,
I think
then
you know,
feel free.
I agree with Pino here.
If you believe in all
Definitely
that,
want to go see a
times.
priest
if you believe in
But-
all that mythical
over some
witchcraft
shady
fucking bullshit.
motherfucker that's
I just
that
imagine
pretended to help
just
you.
Picture that tiny gnome going, "You want to go see a priest?"
Yeah, by all means, if you think
I
your holy
fucking
man
will.
can
I
save you,
think
let's
I
get
will.
after it. But I think the world of the dark arts and
I know what
magic
I'm
will
going to
solve this
see. I'm
problem.
going to go see the bartender because I haven't drank yet.
Yo,
Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this shit tomorrow. I need some fucking rest.
I hope you,
bet-
survive. May the odds always be in your favor, mate.
I hope fucking alcohol kills this fucking thing because I don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night with some fucking strange shit after me here.
Don't worry, I won't drink.
Said the man with the zombie fucking flunkies.
Hey, he's done all
No,
right so
no.
far. He's done all right so far. He's
You've
so-
only had to.
Right,
You've only had to
right,
slit his
right.
throat twice. I mean,
This
yeah,
is
he's doing okay so far.
first-
He's 0 for 2, right?
version number 3's doing all right so far. So yeah, let's go get
I
it.
hope
So
he survives a little longer. I kind of like the last one you killed.
Third time's the one that harms.
we'll see.
Said the guy with some kind of weirdo thing in his body. Go to fuck.
Hey,
you
it's been
drink
twice.
some water and go to fucking sleep.
full disclosure, this was the second time, so third time could be. Anyway, my walk off. I go into the bar.
As you walk into the bar, same games are running as always, and there are there's several different people strewn about. Sybil behind the bar, walking on her stilts, turns, gets one look at you, and goes, "Well, don't you look like hammered shit?"
Feel worse.
From
I expected
scourges
to.
of
Shall
the
it be your
dark.
shall it be your regulars?
It's one for me, but send it to my room.
Understood. Well, it's in there. However, I don't know if we talked about an extended stay.
Oh, give me the same room.
The same room. She turns to you and goes, "Would you prefer me just give you to your crew for the week?"
Yep.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
for
it's
the
a good
week,
plan.
for the week, it might cost you around 50 gold. All told, whole week for everybody.
I
Yeah,
slapped my
can we give
10.
it to you maybe tomorrow after we collect payment for the job we did today?
I don't particularly love working on a tab, but seeing as how I know you men are resourceful, I'll take it.
I'll put down 20 gold.
I put my 10 down.
All right, so Sybil takes that 30 gold and goes, "Let's call it even, and maybe you kick me something new from your adventures later on."
Now look,
Yes.
I'll
Indeed.
pull out a owl bear feather and just put it beside the gold too. Just
Is
one.
anybody walking in with the hides right now?
Yeah, I would figure we were just carrying them. Do we want to put them
Yep.
on the wagon or no?
Yeah, we should actually probably leave them in the wagons. Probably the best.
Yeah,
Okay,
but we could
so
talk
no.
about that stuff. And I didn't. That's old Pinot shit. Honestly, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
So you put the feathers? Do you put all the feathers down, Pino?
No, I'm just keeping a couple on me, and we'll keep the rest with the hide and stuff. I'm gonna
Okay.
keep the eyes on me.
She turns to you and goes, "Oh, owlbear feathers. Well, I can do some things with this. They're more decorative. Let's say this: you put in the owlbear feathers and the 30 gold, and we'll call it even for now."
I had abundance of owlbear feathers. Would you throw in a pillow?
I certainly would have.
Oh, I go back outside, grab the fucking owlbear feathers, and just toss them.
All right, so you
Straight
toss
up.
the owlbear feathers back at her. She goes like this and goes, "The pillow would be right in."
And then I
By
jump.
the way, this woman, and not for any meaningful reason. This woman's gonna change accents every single fucking session. It seems.
I jump up
I
on
think
the
that was
bar.
pretty close.
I jump up on the
that-
bar and ask her if she's got
On the
any-
bar?
on the bar. I'm a 2-foot fucking gnome.
I know she can get you a fucking stool. She's just as tall as you.
I'm gonna jump
She's a
up on the
halfling.
bar, and I'm gonna ask her if she's got any grub and grub and some grog, and if I could get a plate for 2 plates.
And she turns to you and goes, "I'll give you whatever food you want if you get your feet off my fucking bar."
And then I'll step down onto one of the bar stools and say, "Fine."
There's a fucking high chair for you there, you goddamn toddler, and I know what you want the second meal for. Is he a long ways away from the bar at least?
Better watch your fucking mouth before I kick that one stilt out from underneath you, you ornery bitch. Give me some fucking food so I can go out and feed the zombie.
Wait
be
a minute,
assassin.
wait a minute, mate.
No, no.
Come on now. You can't treat our host in such a manner.
You can be a sassy little prick all you want. I can go it right back. Now, I'll go
she
get you your
started it.
fucking food, but answer me question. Is he a long ways away, and will he be coming in?
No, well, unless you'll have him in, he's a different version. He's a better version of himself, but that's your
He
call.
goes straight to your room, and what you do in there is what, under God's eyes, I don't care.
All right, okay, so
She thinks you're gonna fuck your zombie.
How do we know he's not?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
that's for me to know, and you never to
Yes.
find out.
It's kind of
Poor
zombie
half.
dick.
What's his name? How far?
Did you anybody remember his name? It's Halflar.
Who is?
Hellflar.
You're saying you
Halflar.
call him Rufus. You didn't let him have
Oh.
a name, but he said his name was Halflar.
Oh. So either way, I gotta grab the food, the grog, and I'll go out and grab Rufus, and I'd probably retire to my room anyway.
Do you bring Rufus in with you?
Yeah, I'll
Hey,
bring Rufus
Dab.
in with me. Yeah, I see
Are we
that. Hold on a
disguising
sec.
Rufus in any way,
Check your
shape, or form?
messages.
The man's name is Hellflar.
Yeah. Are we disguising him in any way?
The man's name is whatever I say it will be, whereas he was under my control.
Yeah, that's not a powerful line when you have to follow it up with was.
He doesn't need
walks
to.
up
Why
the stairs laughing.
does he need to disguise himself, or is he able to
I
get
mean,
to the room without
it's a
noticing?
packed bar right now, and that dude's carrying.
So he's got to come like through the front. There's no like entryway outside to my room or nothing. He's got to come through the
You
bar, up
haven't
the
asked.
stairs or whatever. Well, I'm asking now.
She turns to you and goes, "Well, there's a back entrance, but there's some alley cats out the back that you might not necessarily want to be walking strange folk past."
So like cats or people?
Fucking drunks.
Well, fuck, I'm sure they've seen enough in their drunken stupors that dark
The only thing I've
shadows
learned in
figure.
my many years of bar ownership is drunks talk too fucking much.
All right, fine. I'll throw a cloak over his ass and take him to the room, but I'm still bringing him through the back door. Probably a better idea.
All right, so you make your way through the back door, and as expected, there are quite a few, a couple dwarves, couple people, just regular humans, just smoking and
Well, no,
jabbering
first-
out in the back.
First, I would take the food out to Rufus, and I would walk out. And I don't know if anybody. I would imagine Pino had to go get a few other feathers, so I would have walked with him.
Yeah, Pino went back. Pino ran back to the cart, grabbed the feathers, hucked them at Sybil, and went upstairs. He's gone.
Okay, well, I'm grabbing the food, and I'm gonna start making my way out to my cart with the intention to give some to Rufus, and then to lead him back up to my place. If anybody chooses
Yeah.
to follow, then they can follow, or not. They're not.
Yeah, I want to. I'll go out with him.
Okay. All right. So you and Ganja head back out towards the wagon. As you see it, you just basically see a plume of smoke coming from the top of the wagon.
I'll
And you hear-
I'll pull my holy pipe off my neck because it's a pipe as well. That's my symbol.
Yeah.
I'll pack a bowl and I'll spark it as I'm walking up with a match.
Okay.
So now my pipe really never leaves my mouth. I've got a great big ornate pipe that
Yeah.
I've carved myself. It's got 3 different bowls on it, and they're all smoking damn near at all times. I talk with it in my mouth. It's always on me at all times. I'm very attached to this thing. It's what keeps me. There's like an evil inside me, rage type feeling, and the Mary Jade's Fern keeps that at bay. So that's why I'm constantly smoking it to stop myself from. Like, I'm a pretty rude little gnome, and I can be even more rude and aggressive without Mary Jade's Fern. So it's quite important that I've always have that pipe on me to smoke.
Okay.
I walk up. I'm not quiet as I walk up. You can probably hear my footsteps or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely I would notice ganja and not make any. It wouldn't bother me none or whatever. It's just okay, whatever he's coming with me.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, you know, I didn't like your friend, that guy. Obviously, we both know that.
Which friend?
The necromancer guy, the guy you got.
You have one
Rufus from.
motherfucking friend.
this is very true. But I never said he's my friend. I just respect his abilities.
Yeah, your acquaintance. We'll say. We'll
So
say your acquaintance.
It would normally Dad would normally give an answer of what friend because he has no friends.
But I mean, this is the second time that evil has been within me.
Not so much faith in your holy man, eh?
Well, if that doesn't work out tomorrow, I'm open. You know, as much as I don't fucking like that guy,
I'll give
maybe checking it out.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You guys can go try to do your good version or holy version of that. But I'm a man of results, and the dark side has provided results. So you can understand why I favor so heavy to that side.
I was brought up through the good side. As I've experienced more in the world, you know, I've seen some shit. I've done some shit. Maybe that's what's opened me up to this. I don't know, but
there's a strong power.
I don't know.
There's a strong.
Maybe if he fixes it, maybe if he's figured out that sword, I don't know.
And I'll say there's a strong power. You can understand my want to find the ways to control that. I would rather be in control than be in fear of it. And that's what draws me so much to the dark side. I said.
Well, like,
are you guys having this conversation relatively close to the wagon?
No, we're like it's walking up to the wagon just quietly amongst ourselves.
All right.
You know, I liked the power of that sword. That's why I held on to it for. I mean, I didn't have it that long, but as long as I did. But
as I enjoy the power,
it put you guys in danger. You have to understand that.
Yeah,
you know,
and I'm grateful for that.
But you can a way around that. You know, maybe the power is of the dark side, as you would call it. I guess
the power of evil is something I wish to harness. Well, it's still keeping my own sanity, and it's something I hope to accomplish one day. I can understand why you would show interest, a power of that, or the sword of that type, the pain that it inflicted. Hell, you killed me, so I could see why you would want to keep it around. But you got to be able to get a lock on things, and that's why I am taking the route that I am. As you enjoyed the power from the sword, I enjoy the power of raising the dead and controlling people and controlling that evil force for myself. So you can see why I am the way I am. We'll try to find your holy man. We'll see what answers he has, but we always have the option.
If this is a path that, you know, I got to walk down, let's walk down it together, I guess. That's basically what I came out here to say, you know.
You can definitely come along.
Got a little bit more experience with it than me, but
yes, and you're more than welcome to walk down the path with me. But don't feel as if I owe you anything. I'm definitely not gonna let.
I mean, hey, this is something I should have mentioned at the start, I guess. But I owe you. You saved my ass in that last fucking. I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but you saved my ass. You know,
I've saved a lot of
my ass too. We've all saved each other's asses, but that was a tight spot, and you risked yourself to to help me out. So I appreciate that.
Soon enough, the rest of the group will understand my vision of the capabilities we could have together. But until then, we'll just keep on keeping on. As for now, I gotta go give Rufus this food. We'll find your holy man in the morning, see what he has to say, and I'll see if I can't get message to my friend from the nether regions or wherever he's residing at.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for your time, I guess.
And then so you'd probably split off,
I'm
Ganja.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back in.
And then I would continue to Rufus, just kind of go to him, and I'll throw the plate out. Well, I won't throw the plate at him. Hand the plate up to him. Hand the grog up to him, and I'll say, "Follow me. Put this fucking blanket over your back. You're gonna come sleep in the room with me tonight. You can sleep on the floor. You make any noise, I'll slit your fucking throat. You know the rules."
Dude, you are an angry little man, aren't you?
Very, very, very angry. Don't piss me off.
So just to point out, during the conversation that was had, unbeknownst to you, Pino was sitting out on the roof of the actual inn. Didn't hear any words. Didn't actually hear any physical conversation, but he managed, as he heard some voices, he sort of peeked over and caught the tail end of you two sort of splitting and walking your separate ways.
Me thanking him for saving my ass. Not
Well,
sure if
he didn't
anybody
even
else
hear
saw.
he didn't
You
hear
wouldn't
anything.
even hear that.
He heard
He just-
murmurs and your voices, but he just
And that-
saw the interaction.
That we've had a conversation aside from the group.
Which
Exactly.
isn't suspicious at all. I mean,
It's
would it be?
suspicious when anybody wants to talk to Dab willingly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I pretty much sat on the roof of every inn that we went to, so for the night.
So, that is that'll be for you. So Rufus sort of throws the cloak over top of him. He makes his way back inside. You guys all make your way up to your beds. Richter and Gideon, are you guys doing anything before nighttime or?
I'm drinking. I'm just going to the bar to drink.
Okay, and Richter.
I'll have some drinks with Gideon.
All right, so you guys are we looking to have a drinking contest at this point?
No, I'm hurt. I got healed a little bit, but I just want to drink.
Okay, just a nice leisurely drink. All right, so you guys both enjoy yourself, sitting in front of the bar. Sybil walks over to you and just sort of says, "So what was it tonight, dearie?"
Well, there was a gang of orcs that we took a job from a certain captain, a lieutenant, or something. I gotta tell you, if all your cops are that weak, you are in trouble in this town, mate.
That idiot seems to think that he will take back the River District one battle at a time, not thinking that orcs seem to fuck every once in a while.
How many times have they fought? He's fought this battle.
He's had this battle every single week since the entire Cataclysm event happened, and that was over 70 years ago.
So he's been fighting the same group of orcs every week for 50 years, and this is the first time.
Every fucking
single
time, man.
fucking time.
Oh, I swear to God, somebody's fucking with him. Like
Yeah,
they
every
hack
time
him,
they're like,
and when he's
"Hey,
about
no,
to,
Al's about to make a point. Fuck
Yeah.
you."
We got this is the first time.
So he's been fighting the same group of orcs for 50 years?
He's been fighting not the same group. They die every once in a while. Sometimes he gets a win, but he seems to think that a win every single time will get him closer and closer. The only problem is you'll never get to the king. Going through those little bands right there, that's just the start of it. There's a reason they own an entire district of our city now. They moved in when everybody was impoverished and suffering. So they couldn't defend themselves, and they took up arms, and they put themselves in the heart of one of the best agricultural and mining areas of the entire city. You think
thought of trying to make peace and negotiate with them, mate.
We have. That's the reason why they're not in my bar right now. We've given them their peace. We've given them their size. The only unfortunate part is the high justices seem to think that they are earned and owed their city back.
Wow, man, we may have taken up a war that we don't even need.
Well, you're going to get paid for it, aren't you? I doubt
I
that
hope
folks
so,
like
and I
you
hope
do
it
shit
was
for good
worth
charity.
it. No, absolutely not. Charity is the dirtiest word in the language, miss.
The one part that's about this is that the people in the high justices are rich. They've got the money. As dumb as they are, they're willing to spend it. So you'll be handsomely paid for your efforts, especially if you won tonight. Now, what exactly did you go battling out there?
As we defeated.
Owl bears. Oh, this makes sense now. Now I understand where the feathers came from. Did your friend over there happen to get any other accoutrement from them?
You'd have to talk to him about it. I wasn't paying attention. He was pretty deft with the blade around the carcass, though. He may have collected some other things.
I might have to ask him about the hides. They're rather valuable, at least to me.
I'm sure he's looking to offload them too, so have at it.
And he sort of, she sort of turns to you and goes, "And what of you? Maybe play us a song. You look a little down, dearie." And she's talking to you, Richter.
What'd she say?
And she says, "And what of you? Maybe play us a little song. You look a little down, dearie."
Okay. I'm gonna play a mad, depressing song.
The rains are casting me.
But
I was
before
thinking
I
dust.
do that, I'm gonna put my hat on one of the tables.
Upside down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you put your hat on one of the tables.
He's
You
about to play
begin into
Margaret's
your
Run.
you begin into
Oh,
your
boy.
somber song, and
Yo,
all of a
this guy
sudden,
have the whole bar
wow.
crowd.
Yes. So you begin into this somber song. It starts out as dust in the wind, and you begin.
It
to
ends up
move
as
in-
Marvin's room.
Actually, so it begins to morph into this more, heart-wrenching and soul capturing song. Even Gideon is just basically,
I'm
teary-eyed
weeping.
at
I'm
this point.
openly weeping.
At this point in time, every member in the bar just begins to break down and start weeping uncontrollably. By the end of it, though, you start to get this drum beat in, and it begins to be the Sound of Silence by Disturbed. Not even the
Oh,
original,
wow.
not the Simon and Garfunkel. It's
Wow,
like
right.
you go into it and you basically put your heart out in this performance. You're running around tables, you're stomping, you've got your lute just basically playing along, walking back and forth, making eye contact with patrons as they cry and weep and throw galleons into your hat. You finish the song and everybody just weeps and then leaves the bar immediately. In which case you look at your hat and there is a handsome 30 gold pieces collected in that hat of yours.
Nice.
I'm gonna take a gold piece from my wallet and drop it in there. You deserve every penny. I'm crying and shit. I'm just going to my bed, man. I'm going to my.
When,
Sybil
when
sits
everybody
at the
comes
bar.
out, when everybody
Sybil
comes out, that's when I walk back in after my conversation with Dad. Like, what the fuck did you guys do?
Sybil sits at the bar and she turns to you and goes, "Don't you say anything to that kind man."
Who?
And
Rick?
How much are the pints?
Sybil's just they're a few copper.
Okay, how many can I get for like 2 gold?
Oh fuck. For 2 gold, you probably buy like 10 pints.
The whole fucking bar.
All right, I'll pay 2 gold and I'll put it out on the bar for everybody. I'll put 10 drinks on the bar and tell people they can grab one.
Okay, the few that have stayed behind are still weeping, and they just sort of, as you finish your song, they just start to keep weeping, and then you throw down the 2 gold, and they go, "Hey!" And then the life of the bar is back to it. Sybil turns to you and goes, "Dearie, would you consider?" And she's saying this like holding back some weeping. She'd be, "Would you consider coming here once a week to play something of that beauty?"
I'm on a mission, young lady. And when I finish it and put my heart back together, I'll come back for you.
And she goes, "I thank you, sir." And she walks back into she's just bawling her eyes out at this point. She walks back into the into the back room. And she basically throws a cask of ale, much more than 10 pints, onto the thing, takes your 2 gold and goes, "Have whatever you want." And then she just walks away.
And then as she's walking away, I'll say, "I'll take some food for me and my friend."
And then at which point, as you put your hand up and run and yell that, all of a sudden you get the gruff voice of Sybil going, "The bar, the food's closed!" And then she
Aw,
continues back in. And as you say, like as she says that, like the kitchen's closed, she all of a sudden you start hearing there's this wily son of a bitch, son of needy little bastard.
Hey, fuck it. I'm gonna break out the rations on the bar. We want to eat some biscuits.
She already would have fed you like when you came in originally.
Oh.
Because
I
she
didn't know
had food for Dab. Yeah, I had assumed you'd already gone through sort of your dinner time at this point.
Oh, I bet. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are once again well fed, and she turns to you as she comes back out and goes, Now that I've composed myself, your rooms are ready, and your good friend, I don't understand his name, Pino or Pisso or something like that, he has paid for all your rooms, as well as the tall fellow with the shield. So you have rooms for the whole week. You can stay here as long as you like. Well, for a week.
I'm gonna elbow Richter.
Thanks for the follow, SMHGO.
She called him, mate. I can't wait to call him Pisso.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. So you guys is everybody going to bed at this point?
Yeah. I'm probably gonna sleep on the bar right there. I'm drunk as fuck.
Okay, so you guys make your way upstairs. You go back to your beds again, and again, beautiful beds, very comfortable, very lavish compared to what you're used to. You guys all, pack a bowl, you smoke it, you lay down for the night. You wake up the next morning, Dab, you wake up to like a volley of voices just swirling around the room and like screams, like hellfire screams. It sounds like there's about 1,000 different voices like within your room right now, all just screaming and yelling at each other. You look over and you just see Rufus's back arched and his mouth open, and those screams are basically emanating from his mouth.
And I'll kick him in the head.
You kick him in the head, and you all of a sudden the screams just go to, oh, bro, man.
You were snoring, bud, and it was fucking bugging me.
He goes, oh, bro, sorry, but Jesus Christ, I don't think you had to solve it like that. I mean, I'm undead, but fuck.
I told you, man. Don't get on my nerves.
Still got fucking feelings, bro. And he
I don't.
he goes, are we gonna eat some grub or what?
Is that all you fucking worried about is eating?
Dude, look at me. Does it look like I got any other fucking priorities?
Well, it's not like you're gonna starve to death.
Hey, man, I could still like hurt.
That makes no difference to me, but yeah, I guess we can get you some food.
Such a fucking dick, bro.
So you guys make your way down, the sheet on his back.
No, I'm gonna tell Rufus to get back to the fucking get back to the cart and I'll bring you breakfast.
You're gonna go back to the cart? Okay. So he sort of ducks out the back. He's like, bro, I am done being your goddamn whore. Can I at least sit at the bar?
You can sit on the wagon or I can slit your fucking throat.
What happened in that room last night, man?
You can
He
sit
goes,
on the
and he just turns to you, goes, oh, fuck, man. All right, just bring me some fucking food.
Hey, you don't make the fucking rules here, bud. I do. Remember that.
So at which point he's like, oh man, whatever. And he's still holding his head because you booted him pretty hard. And he makes his way over back out to the back out. There's a couple of like day drunks that are still sitting out in the back. He just sort of with the sheet on his head goes, what's going on, bud? And then like holding his head walks back out to the cab or to the wagon. All of you wake up in your own respective long rest complete, spells and everything back. You make your way down to the breakfast area or back into the bar. She turns to you and goes, well, good morning, dearies. Now, I find it funny that I'm here when you fuckers go to bed, and I'm here when you fuckers wake up, and I'm still expected to make you food. And then she sort of stops for a second and goes, I'm sorry, I'm very cranky today. My morning shift called in sick.
I'm sorry to hear that, but
Yeah, try dying almost twice a day.
And
It's
she
your
turns to
job.
you and she turns to you and goes, "Fair enough." Now, you, please no. I can't understand. What's your
Fucking
name
don't
again?
you call me no fucking Pino. No, it's Pinot Green. Get it fucking straight.
It's fucking
Understood.
Panzerotti.
Pino.
You got that pillow ready?
He's
Did you-
no
did-
better
did you
than
work
the
it?
last
Your
one,
pillow was
mate.
brought up while you were on the roof, by the way. You had a nice pillow
Oh.
that night. She didn't prepare. Now, when
Oh, look,
she
it's lining
said
up.
make a pillow out of the feathers, or she heard just give me a pillow for the feathers in return. So you have a regular old pillow sitting on your bed at the moment.
Oh, about that fucking pillow. I wanted an owl bear feather pillow.
Oh well, Christ! I'm not going to give you money for me to make you a fucking pillow.
Why the hell not? I gave you extra owl bear feathers for it.
Yes, but you never gave me any extra fucking cash.
Well, then give me my extra feathers back.
Well, here you go. And she goes back and she goes, "You arny little bastard! I could make it for you if you were a little nicer." And she grabs the feathers and just throws it back at you. Gideon, you
Hey,
come down.
I
you
woke
come
up
down
So,
the stairs to
ray of
basically a
sunshine.
plume of feathers.
That lady no longer needs her stilts because she's just become Mario and she can jump. Well, here you go.
Let's go.
And me.
So, Gideon, as you come down the stairs, you, Ganja, and a few others are coming down the stairs. You basically see a plume of feathers just fly into Pino's face.
Have I already gotten my breakfast and back out with Rufus, or am I just coming?
No,
with
you're
everybody?
you're making your way down behind everyone. You
Okay.
might have seen this between everybody's legs.
Good gracious, peace now. Get it together.
Peace now.
mate.
Don't you fucking start with me.
Hey, easy, Pistachio. Don't fucking get all upset.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all motherfuckers. I just walk
You
away.
have to treat the
Feathers on the
lady
ground.
better there, peace.
I leave the
Hey,
feathers
hey,
on the
you.
ground.
And she goes, "Hey, you! Before you leave, I hear you. Are
It's
quite-
fucking Pinot, not you. Not fucking Picards. Not fucking Pistachio.
Picogram. Pipe down, Picogram.
Shut up,
So she-
Jillian.
Jillian." And she's giggling this entire time watching this
I'll
exchange. She goes,
fucking
"I love you
stab
boys."
you, mate. Don't you dare call me genius.
At which point she turns to you and goes, you seem, your friend tells me you're good with a knife on some bears. I heard you got into a little altercation with some beaky-eyed friends."
Oh, I'm about to get into an altercation with some beaky-eyed friends.
She turns to you and goes, "Before you fuck them up, I'd like to ask, do you have hides that you got, beauty?"
I got a couple of them. Why do you ask? You didn't want to make me my pillow.
"I don't care to make pillows, and for one, I told you I thought you were giving them to me. Anyways, I would prefer to buy those things. It would spruce the place up a little bit. Lots you can do with owlbear hide, as much as they're not very comfortable. They make a nice trophy piece. So, I'll provide you 30 gold for each of them.
Ooh.
I play top dollar because I know what you went through to get them, and I can tell the story and sell it for at least 2 gold apiece."
I suppose that would be all right. I didn't have too many plans with him, but since you're such a nice lass,
"You watch your tone, dearie. I am no lass. I'm a fine lady."
well, I'll take the 30 gold per.
And as
But
she
you're gonna
says
pick
fine
up
lady,
those feathers
as,
and make
as
me a
she says
pillow.
as she says fine lady, she sort of holds the one nostril and spits down on, or like snorts down onto the floor.
And at the same
Fine
time,
indeed.
at the same time as Dab's puffing his pipe, he's gonna go, "Shit."
Halfling after my gnome
And-
friend's heart.
And she turns to you, like as you make that cough sound, she turns and goes, "You watch yourself, you fucking garden gnome."
Careful, I think he likes it when you talk to him like that.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Dab definitely respects it. He definitely respects it. He kind of just looks at her and gives her the nod.
She turns to you and goes, "Well, you go back into the card and get him, and don't bring your barrel-backed friend in here because I still don't prefer to have him in the general public. You can bring him in late at night as long as he looks like your hunchback whore. So, go ahead, have yourself some dinner. It's on the house because you paid handsomely for the rooms."
All right, you bring me that money and I'll bring you those hides.
All right, so she walks
would
into the
then-
back. You
At the same time, I'm taking the plate back to Rufus.
Yep. So you're grabbing the plate. You're heading back over to Rufus. You bring it out to him. He sort of grabs the plates from you. He's like, "Oh man, this chick knows how to cook." and he just starts wolfing it down. Like he just absolutely devours it. Pino, you come back with the hide. She comes back, 2 neat stacks of 30 gold each. Turns to you and goes, "Pleasure doing business with you. Let's hope we can do some more." Now,
I
if you
throw
give me
the
those
hides on
feathers,
her.
yeah. And she turns to you, "Now, if you give me those feathers and set some goddamn expectations, I'd be happy to make a pillow for you for only about a few copper each."
Well, the feathers are right there. Here's a couple of copper.
So you grab
I never picked up the feathers. They're still on the ground.
She turns to you and goes, "Pick the goddamn feathers up and put them on the bar. I may be short, but these stilts are hard to get off."
I pick up one handful.
She turns to you and goes, "You cheeky bastard. I'll have somebody else clean them up."
Thanks for your kind service.
You ought not
She
be so
turns-
petty, peace now.
She turns to you and goes, "Now go to your friends," or whatever the fuck you called them. And then she goes back and into the kitchen.
I do believe we have a visit to make to the good fellow Piss Stream.
Old stilt ream, I think is what you meant. But yeah, we should head there first. Perhaps. Yes, let's head there first.
Yeah.
So,
Make it quick. I gotta get rid of these fucking eyeballs.
Ganja, I'm assuming just because you're a proper man.
Oh, man.
Just because you're a proper man, Ganja, every time you hear Still Stream, because you know his name, said wrong, it sort of just makes you twitch.
Well, I'm proper, but I'm
Well,
working
you're
my
around
way
a
to not
band.
being proper. I just told that lady to fuck off because she was complaining to me about her life.
So
He's starting to
so
feel
you
the strength
guys-
of the dark
the
evil
dark
side.
side. He's starting to
Yeah.
feel the pull of the dark side.
But yeah, I've definitely corrected him quite a few times on it. And yeah, you're definitely right on that.
So you guys make your way over to do we want to take a quick break, or do we want to just keep rolling through?
You can take a quick smoke break, real quick. I gotta piss anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Make
we'll
it
take a
real
quick
quick this
smoke break.
time.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
5 minutes max.
Yeah, we'll have a 5-minute smoke break. We'll be back. You've been watching D&D with THC, episode 20, The Last Man's of Phandelver. We'll see you in a minute. back.
Yeah, is he there?
Welcome back, D&D with THC, episode 20 of the Lost Mines of Phandelver. We just took a break. We were talking to some smart Alec halfling in the bar, and yeah, let's get after it.
Gotta respect Sybil.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see what's his name?
Still stream.
Stream?
Shit stream.
Captain
Shit streak.
Kangaroo, for fuck's sake.
Let's go see Shit Streak.
All right. Starscream.
I hope his credit line is stronger than his fighting ability, man.
So
Let's
they
go,
can go.
Quiznos.
They can go. Okay, they're going to see Starstream. I would definitely go on that adventure, but I go
Yeah,
give.
you're gonna-
So before that happens, I would go give Rufus his food, and I would just kind of make mention to him, and I'll say like, "Hey, by the way, your snoring was a million fucking voices coming out. I'm guessing it's something to do with the barrel. So you either get that under wraps, or I'm gonna have to gag you next time you fall asleep. Just let you know, and then I'll walk away."
He just turns to you and goes, "The fuck am?" And as you're walking away, he goes, "The fuck am I supposed to do?"
Shut the fuck up, like I told you. I'll turn back, and then I'll just say, just stay in the wagon and keep low profile, and then I'll walk away and head towards them to go see Starstream.
All right. So
Should have
he
left
just
him with
sort of
some weed.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely give. There's bunches of weed. Like he's got free range on the weed. I wouldn't hold him back from that. I try to promote that shit to everybody. So
All right. So you guys make your way up to the. I mean, you got a poor. As you can see from the screen, you got a poorly made map. You've made some waypoints on it as to where you should go. But you know your way back to.
oh, wrong map.
You didn't purchase that map. That is the map extra. That's map version 3.0. So you guys made your way up to back up to the Hall of Justice again. Beautifully ornate building. Guards sitting off to the top. You see, you walk in to see a very high pitched, squeaky woman looking at you and going, "Hey, what can I do for you today?"
I have an appointment with what's his name again?
Slipstream.
Still stream.
Oh,
Captain
you're
Still
talking
stream.
about Mr. Captain Stillstream, correct?
Yeah, that guy. That one.
Mr.
I will see
Captain
if
owes
his-
me his life.
I will see if the captain is available today. Give me one moment. Hey, Captain, you got here today? At which point you just hear. She turns back to you and goes, "He'll be with you in just a moment."
And I'm like, what the fuck is the purpose of it? I can do that. Scream down the hallway for him.
Pino's having issues. All right, so he sort of comes back out to you and goes, "Intrepid adventurers, I'm glad you came back. We had quite a good night last night. We slayed many of the horde. We will get back the city one fight at a time, and you have helped with this."
You wouldn't even be standing here if it wasn't for us. If it wasn't for me.
How long have you been fighting these orcs, Captain?
I don't believe that information needs to be known. You helped me. You will be paid. Now,
That's all that matters to me too, mate. For once, we're on the same page.
What
For
this
I don't
this
know
payment? What is your life worth to you? Tell me, because I mean,
your
I
heroism
saved it
last
4
night.
times.
yeah, for your heroism last night, you will be paid handsomely, much like many of the other raiders that have come through before you. 100 gold pieces to your crew.
Do you have an actual group of bumbling retards that voted you captain, or you just give yourself that title?
I am voted by the high priestesses and the high council of this city, and by Mr. Neverwinter himself.
And I'll tell you something. I don't know, mate. I seem kind of light for the job we did yesterday.
It's kind of light. I didn't expect your life to be only worth 25 gold pieces. 25.
This is what I am. This is what I am
125.
capable of paying you, good sir. My money only comes from the high council. I do not have the power.
I think we need to get a shot at negotiating our own rate with this high council, mate.
You will never be able to see the high council. Lord Neverember would never allow it.
So what about this Lord Neverember?
Sorry.
You can take your money and you can leave the halls of justice.
We still have needs of us, mate. Indeed, I think. Surely
We'll
it's
take our
not.
money.
We've been told that, this is an ongoing campaign you have, Ken.
Better part of 50, 60, 70 years we here.
The information you have is of no consequence. Take your money
Is
and
if
have
you
your
want
leave.
to continue your campaign, we've been successful. Do we stop here?
Are you interested in
Perhaps.
having another raid? Another night of daring dash and danger?
I think that you need to think bigger, mate. If you ever plan to actually take back we need to have bolder action than these small raids.
My strategy is gone over by many of the highest intelligence in this city.
And
I
yet
need
you have not won yet. Have you, mate?
We have made inroads, and I need not the criticism of a band of travelers.
Definitely sounds
Now
like
take
your
your-
We're good enough
committee
to
is
fight
high.
for you, but we're not good enough to talk about your strategy.
You understand
Indeed, mate.
correctly.
Pass our goal.
Every time.
Wait for it. Say it again, Al. All right, say it
Pay us our
again.
gold.
I said we're good enough to fight for you, but not good enough to talk about your strategy. Indeed, mate, I agree. You've made inroads into this losing campaign. Just pay us our gold. We'll be on our way.
He turns to you and goes, "Miss, give the band their gold." And she turns out and she just pushes 100 gold coins across the, or 100 gold pieces across the table and goes, "Thank you for helping us. Have a great day."
I grab the bag and open it and start splitting it up between everybody evenly.
Everything's there,
Before
all
dab.
accounted for. 25 gold, or there's
20.
5 of you, so 20 gold pieces apiece.
I take
Wow.
5 gold of myself and put it in my pocket. I give the other 15 to Pino toward the fund for my
Keep it. Keep it. You need it at the moment more than I do. Those hides that you helped me carry back were more than worth the 15 you're trying to give me.
How
So I
much do
take-
we still owe on it? We paid 175, right?
Yeah.
That was half, right? Or no, that was 3
Yeah.
quarters. Was that
That's
half?
just over half.
We owe 75. Owe 75
Gotcha.
You owe
basically.
80. You paid 175 up front. It was 255 in total.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I got you. Okay.
But we should go see her first because maybe these eyes might interest her a little bit.
Lead the way.
The
this
owl bear's
feeling.
eyes or your bloody eyes?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Oh, there's some
We'll
shade.
start with the
Woo!
owlbear eyes and maybe we'll end with yours.
I'm getting chilly under that shade.
I start walking towards.
Does anybody? So here's the question. Did anybody take notes? Does anybody know where they're going?
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. I'm adding gold to people.
You're gonna go see your holy man.
We're gonna go. No, not yet. We'll deal
I
with
just
that when
picture
it's.
every single time Dab does that. He's just the sassiest little, "You're holy man."
Tell you one
Definitely
thing. If
is.
the holy
Don't
man doesn't
condescend
work
to me,
out,
mate.
I am definitely not going to your buddy.
Your buddy. I love how
And
nobody could name
let's-
him. It's
Let's just go
your
to
buddy.
fucking Nagas and fucking be done with this.
Wrong. Okay, no, you can go to Nagas. Go for it. Actually,
Wait,
that would
no,
have been hilarious.
Amudas. Let's go to Amudas. We're going to Amudas.
I would have loved for if you walked into Naga's oddities and just been like, "All right, where's my shit?" And they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oops, wrong door. Sorry.
But Nagas probably will probably want those eyes though.
They might. They
They'd probably
might.
be the better place to sell them actually.
Probably.
So, yeah. Well, let's walk into Nagas on the way. Try to
All
sell
right.
these eyes. See if we get some gold. Make it quick though. I don't want to talk to too many merchants today.
All right, so you walk in to down the street. You see, there's ornate wooden buildings on either side of this general marketplace, and then you see one black stone building off to the side. It's just a single story. It's got sort of char all around it. On the top, it's got what looks to be the front of a barrel that's been charred up, and just says Naga's Odd. And you can see like the oddities part is obviously burned off. You walk in and you basically see like just barrels and shit and detritus everywhere around you, and you just hear and you hear like jangling and everything else like that. as you sort of make your way up the steps, the small set of steps that are sort of broken up.
What the fuck happened here, mate?
Keep an extra eye on my gold pouch.
And he goes, "Oh, visitors! Hello!"
Hello, my good friend.
And this sort of like this crotchety, like scoliosed human comes sort of barreling out from the side. He's got a set of glasses on with like 6 different settings on the one side for monocle. He's, his eyes and his glasses, his regular glasses, are just absolutely massive. He's got a small hat, almost looks like a dwarf's hat gnome's hat that sort of sits off to the back. He's disheveled. He's got ripped, torn sweatpants and a ripped, torn shirt on. And he just sort of hobbles over to you and goes, yes, what would you like?
Well, you're not what I expected, but I have 2 questions.
What were you expected? What were you expecting?
Something a little shorter, maybe a little greener.
I can do that.
No, that's okay.
And he sort of ducks. Fine. He goes, I can't make myself green, but give me 1 second.
Oh, great.
And he
maybe
goes,
this was the wrong decision.
He looks at you and then turns around and goes, and then he hobbles back in, and then he comes back out and he's got like a green paint sloshed across his face. He goes, is this better?
Perfect.
Yes.
That doesn't count as one of my requests.
Excellent.
So first,
what did you come for today?
First, what do you have in the shop? It's oddities. What is your best oddity?
I have everything. I have lots of great things. Things that people have collected over the years that they don't want to get rid of.
I'm not looking for the run-of-the-mill things. I'm looking for something that you'd hide behind the counter, something you'd only show to your preferred customers. Even though I'm not one yet, but maybe I will be.
Well, I have some interesting policies. One moment. What are you looking to spend?
That depends on what you have.
And then he sort of rumbles into the back and then comes out and he's got a set of horseshoes in his hand. He goes, horseshoes of Zephyr. Bring luck.
I look like a horse.
You look like someone who needs more luck.
Turn into one, can't you?
Besides the point.
He basically turns to you when you said you're not. Do I look like a horse? He goes, you look like you need more luck.
Huh. Well, what are these horseshoes? These lucky horseshoes?
Yes,
are they like a lucky
luck.
Rabbit's foot?
Horseshoes of a Zephyr. Yes, very, very, very rare. Allow you special abilities. Allow you to have lucky choices in life.
Well, I do like to be lucky. What kind of price tag does that run?
2,500 gold pieces.
Well, why don't we keep that in mind? And I'm going to pull out the eyes. Say, we'll just move on to the second question.
So you're here for a little lower thigh. Okay. I have an owlbear. Let me see him.
Yep, I recently picked these up. You'll see they're in nice condition. I hand him one.
And he looks down. The carving is nice. Extracted well. The nucleation can be dirty. And he all of a sudden he just click, 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 throws down 3 and just stares at it. He goes, the cornea is clouded. These were harvested more than 24 hours ago, I think.
This is the morning, right?
Yeah, and he goes, wait. No, 6 hours. Very nice. Very fresh. Okay. So, 4. How many do you have? I see
4.
2. You have 4. 4 eyes. Okay, so 4 eyes. I have to process them. Are you looking to use them?
Well, more or less looking for a little gold at the moment.
What though? I mean, hey, what use them for what? I mean, just out of curiosity's sake.
Are you in the shop at the same time?
Yeah, we all went together.
He turns to you and goes, alchemy, really? Potions and things like this. Do any of you know alchemy?
Very, very little. I know that this would be used for something like that, but not what exactly.
I think you just want gold. You just want gold.
Well, I'm as curious as my friend. What could these be turned into?
I don't have time for a lesson. If you don't know, trust me, you don't want them.
Maybe I
Insight.
do.
I'm gonna. Can I
Would
roll
Dab
insight
have
on
an-
him
Would Dab have any idea?
if he's trying to hide information?
Dab, in terms of what you know as your necromancy and you're a wizard, you don't really deal with a lot of potions necessarily. You insight check him; he's telling you the truth, as far as you know. Dab, you know that it's a general use for alchemy. They're not used for any special thing. They're not super rare. They just, they're a useful.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't think you're being very hospitable, especially since you've got us in.
Does it look like my place is meant to be hospitable? I have a business to run.
I think you should check your tone, mate.
Don't forget, I'm
this-
lucky.
Before this gets out of hand, how much gold you offer me for those 4 eyes? I am kind of just looking to use them, get rid of them, something.
They're relatively fresh. Considering this very nice carving, I'm gonna have to process them. Considering sizes, I never remember. I can offer you 30 gold pieces for the pair, for all 4.
Well, which is it, 30 for a pair or 30 for 4?
30 for all 4.
Nah, mate, they're at least worth 75.
75, my friend says.
And your friend does not know the true value of eyes. The owlbear eyes are not very nice. They're not very rare. They're just merely useful.
Did you see the glint in his eye, mate, when he noticed those eyes?
He did get
The
pretty excited.
greedy way he snatched out for them.
I don't.
Mate,
It's just got a greedy tone to him.
Mate, if one thing, I don't know much about Albert eyes, but greed, mate. Oh, I know greed, mate.
Yeah. What?
I wouldn't take less than 50 a pair, mate.
My friend is telling me these things are worth a hell of a lot more than what you're telling me, and
Then
I
your
do
friend is
agree
welcome
that
to
you
sell them
sound
somewhere
pretty
else.
greedy.
Then your friend is welcome to sell them somewhere else. I can pay 30, 35 at most for all 4 of them. They're not worth much more than that.
Okay, I pick him up.
I want to insight check him to see if he's lying about how much
Go for
they're
it.
worth.
Go for it.
Yeah, I do too. Honestly, actually, what I think of him.
Gideon, he's telling the truth.
Liar, motherfucker. I never rolled good on.
Pino, he's telling the truth.
Okay, I'm picking up the eyes. I don't like what I'm hearing. Let's go see Asmuda. Let's go talk to a lady we've already done business with and maybe get a better reputation with her.
Okay, then. Well, you have yourself a good day. Bye. And he goes back and runs back into his storeroom. So you make your way down. You walk into Amuda's hut. She turns to you and goes, "Well, you're back a little early, aren't you?"
Oh, I'm sorry. You're not finished yet.
Well, I think we had agreed upon a full
Oh,
week.
shit. Oh, shit. Well, we happen to come into some... Sorry.
What?
So we happen to come into a little bit of money and a few things. Maybe we're going to try to settle up our bill. Maybe give you a little more motivation.
You're looking to settle your bill right now. You've paid about 175 gold already, and I haven't even started on the piece. Well, I've started my research. If you're looking to settle up, I'd be more than happy, but I wouldn't think that's exactly fair to you.
Well, I just we've come across something that kind of has a bit of a shelf life, and we wonder if you maybe be interested in taking it for a little bit of the money we owe you.
Well, it all
And
depends.
show the eyes.
When it comes to a shelf life, she shows you show the eyes. She goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, good God! Look around you, sir. I sell armaments. I sell weaponry. I don't sell gushy eyes."
Well, I was hoping maybe you could crush him up and dust on a blade. I don't fucking know what these things are for.
If you want to take them to somebody who will give you top dollar for them, go take them down to Naga. He's the man who buys all this weird shit around here.
But he's so fucking shifty.
He's shifty, yes. I understand he's a little bit of a hard one to get a hold of, but I'll tell you, he'll shoot you straight every time because the man doesn't have a bone in his body that can be dishonest. The only thing you might get with him is you'll get very expensive things, but boy, will they work.
Bitch. I'm under on breath. I say, well, I look at Gideon and I say, well, see you in a week.
Yeah, see you in a week, mate.
Run back to
Good day to
Nagas.
you.
Try to sell the eyes.
So you run back to Nagas. All of a sudden, you just hear, "Oh, back I see. Bryce texted you."
All right, take these fucking things. I just don't want them in my possession no more.
Yes, okay, yes. Okay, so 30 gold pieces for all 4.
Thank you. And I walk away.
Pleasure
Grumble.
doing business with you.
I just nod. Well, that settles that. What the fuck are we heading for next, boys?
Well, I mean, we should go deal with our shit.
What's our
Should we
shit?
not?
Oh,
yeah.
perhaps we should.
Go see the holy man.
I have more faith in the evil emperor, man.
I will say that we have seen shit worse, though, you know? I don't want to deal with that guy, but let's not take that whole area of expertise off the table.
Well, I mean, if this is, I talked with Dab last night. You know, this is the second time that evil, as it's called, has, you know, struck me, so to speak.
Evil seems to follow us around.
You know,
Ganja.
if
I don't think
this
that's
this
the
priest or cleric or whoever we're gonna go figure
truth. I
this
think
out,
evil
another
tends to
paladin
follow
maybe,
you lot around.
doesn't work out. As much as I hate that fucking guy,
Dab
it's
cultivates
an
it.
option.
Ganja can't seem to get out of the way of it. Pino flirts with it when he's high.
All I'm saying is Rufus is following us. Like, that shit is fucking evil. It's literally following us.
I gotta say, look at that
Dab
fucking
is
dummy.
literally
Does he look?
following us.
I gotta say, look at that
Dab
dummy.
is
Does he
literally
look?
following us. Dab is evil, mate.
Well, that may be true. I'm gonna look at Rufus and say, I don't see anything evil about that thing.
Rufus is not with you.
Yeah, Rufus isn't with us.
Yeah, he's in the car. Well, I
I'm
mean, it's fine.
disappointed,
Whatever.
Dab.
Whatever.
I
The
think
evil
he
man is
acted- He was a brainless brute.
the evil man is not out of the question. But I'm not gonna fucking turn around now until we're done dealing with our shit here. Either way.
I agree.
No, we can
I
go see
agree.
your
The
holy
short-term
man.
option or the fucking holy water.
If we can figure it out now, great. If we can't, we'll figure it
Fucking
out.
splash and dab
when
with the
we
holy
can.
water as soon as we get there.
Can you imagine just
It'll have
he
no
just fucking
effect.
skitters off.
I'm gonna find out if it does.
Oh,
So,
man.
is there a church in town? I can say we asked one of the.
Yeah, you would have to ask. Your map is not exactly detailed enough to tell you whether there isn't even a church in town.
Fuck. Well, we're in Modas.
As Modus, you're gonna get her name wrong every time now too.
Yeah, that one I generally forgot already.
Amuda.
That Modas. Why don't we ask her?
You weren't in Amuda's, but you want to go back in, you're more than welcome.
I don't want to talk to that other guy. I didn't get the deal I wanted. I'm not happy with him.
I'll tell you. So I mean, like, out of character, you got a pretty good deal for those eyes. Honestly, the owlbear eyes are not a fucking hot commodity.
I tend to believe my party member.
I
Oh,
think
it's
your
not-
party.
I don't know what the fuck they're worth. I just wanted to negotiate for the shit because I never get to negotiate anything. Pirate, but I also want to haggle over coupons before I stab you.
Is that 50% off or fucking 60% off because I got 2 coupons?
That is. Or is it 100% off because I have this cutlass?
Somebody pull a bum from the street. Ganja, you've had success with randoms before.
All right.
I think more so it's Richter that's had success with randoms. That's how he ended up getting gonorrhea.
I did. How is that success? This is
I've
saying
got good
we got to
charisma,
keep
so-
convincing not to stab children and bums on the street. So I wouldn't want to put them against randoms.
It's just as likely to find directions as to the church as to the bed.
I'll
Go
I'll
send them
find
out to
somebody.
randoms
I'll
and
I'll
he's gonna
approach.
never come back again. Huh?
I'll find some respectable, I guess, looking kind of person.
Why would you do that? They don't know shit.
About
can't-
churches, they would know where the church is.
You can't get your
Oh,
God
the
to tell you
poor-
where it is.
The poor people would know where the
I
church
love
is.
how
They probably get
just fucking
sent there.
digging it, just stabbing it. I love it.
I don't know. Can you get one of your dead bodies to tell us? Seem to get
I'm
pretty
sure.
friendly with them.
I'm sure at least I'll get an answer out of him.
Listen,
Your
mate,
answer
we
is
just
gonna
ask our
involve,
local bum because they're
uh,
probably serving soup at the church, mate.
now it's a soup kitchen.
That's
It's
what
a
most soup
church.
kitchens are. At churches.
Well, I'll just approach somebody who's walking by then.
So you, what are you saying as somebody's walking by?
Well, who's walking by?
You see several people. I mean, there's obviously the general hustle and bustle, several humans, and I mean, you're in the market district. There's several humans walking around with, fairly disheveled clothes. You don't see anybody of high regard, obviously. Like, there's nobody dressed in robes walking these
Yeah,
streets.
I wasn't looking for like a noble or anything like that.
You
but-
do see, a couple of folks dressed in some armor-like armaments, like for instance, some basic leather armor, some cloth armor, just making their way in and out of oddities and armament shops. You see, people generally, like, there's some families that run by with baskets of fruit and food, walking past as well.
Are there any like kids wearing like raggedy clothing?
This isn't Annie. No, there's definitely guys walking around with raggedy clothing. Generally, the kids are all, I would say they're like lower middle class children running around, probably like playing with,
Nudge Ganja and tell him, I bet you any guard will know where the church is.
Then you see a few of those sparked throughout the city, just basically very regal looking, full metal clad armor, holding a pike, just standing in the street.
All right, I'll approach one of them.
So they turn to you and go, what is your business, civilian?
I was looking for the closest place of worship.
There are many. What god do you worship?
No particular god.
What is it you're looking for? Salvation or comfort?
Salvation.
Ah, then you must see the Church of Tyr, the god of justice. It is over near the Protector's Enclave. Seen by the large signet with
Protector
the
Enclave.
scales of justice.
The Church of Tyr, you say?
This is correct.
How do you spell that? Is that like a wharf tier or like?
At which point he starts to think you're trying to josh with him. He goes, "Be gone with me, civilian. I've told you
I'm
where you need
serious.
to go."
I'm serious. I'm sorry. It may sound weird.
Tyr, Tyr, the god of justice, order, and protection. A balanced scale resting on a warhammer you will find.
Oh,
Follow
that-
the path. Go to the
Out
Protector's
of character,
Enclave.
I'm fucking shaking my head at myself. Out of character. Yeah. Two.
Ganja, did you find the directions?
Yeah, we gotta go over to the Protector's Enclave, the Church of
Protector's
Tyr,
Enclave.
Tyr.
To Protector Enclave. Fucking Neverwinter.
Protector Enclave.
I kind of love that this is basically like in the pantheon of D&D for like the past 30 years. When you hear Tyr, by the way, Dab, you recognize the name of the god. I mean, while you don't worship anything, you're well read up. I mean, you're a smart guy. Tyr being the god of justice is like he was the teacher's pet of gods. Like this dude is 100% lawful good. He's straight shooter by the book, everything. That was the people who worship Tyr were sort of in that line.
Yeah, I'm guessing if he was to uphold the law, he's going to be pretty law abiding and on the
Yeah,
side of good.
He's
Something I definitely am
he's,
not.
yep.
basically everything I'm not.
So you guys are making your way over past over to the Protectors Enclave?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys make your way across the bridge. You see that the people around you are starting to, obviously look a little bit less disheveled, a little bit more regal. As you make your way up, there is a large tier of, a large amount of, it's TYR, no.
Yeah, I know. No, I was realizing what I said. Don't worry about it.
So there's a large, there's a lot of large churches. There's one particular one with a gauntlet upwards. There's another one with an upright flaming sword. There's several churches in almost like this courtyard that sit around. You're getting to notice that Neverwinter seems to be, especially ever since the Cataclysm, which is actually strange for you guys because before it basically was like a giant. Neverwinter as a whole was a giant beacon for the god Bahamut. But now, obviously, they've branched out and gotten a little bit more agnostic with the different people that are coming into the area. And so there's this large courtyard with very ornate basilicas all the way around you. You see one of them with a very large signet on the front of a set of scales balancing on a warhammer. And you see, people funneling in and out of all of the different churches. Dab, given your particular alignment right now, you're uncomfortable in this situation. While you don't believe necessarily in the power of gods or anything else the abilities of gods, they were real people. They have capabilities. This is one thing. This is a knowledge that you do have. They are real in this pantheon. Like they are real in this world. They have done real things, and so on. And you less intimidated, more even less, not even respectful, but understanding that they do have capabilities, and you're not exactly welcome.
No, I never like didn't think they didn't exist. I knew they existed. I just also believe that the power of the dark is much stronger and the way to go. And
yeah, the reason you feel uncomfortable right now is you're basically like you're a black sheep in a field of white at this point in time. So you're not feeling really great at this point in time. And also, Ganja and Pino, I need you both to make Constitution saving throws. Pino collapses. So as you guys are making your way towards this church, basically Pino just keels over and feels. Pino, you feel this hand just basically grab onto your heart, and you almost feel like it reefs it down, and you get pulled down at the same time, and you basically collapse on the ground on your way over to tears. You, Ganja, you are also like, you feel the same heart grab, but it's almost like pulling you backwards towards the rest of your crew, and you basically just hear. You, Pino, are completely out. You're unconscious at this point in time. Ganja, you're starting to hear, "We cannot leave." So,
hey, look over.
That's basically as he's walking, you just hear all of you what you guys see, because Pino's in front of you. All you guys see is Pino heart wrench and then just basically collapse into the ground.
Well, that's a development,
Whatever says doesn't like it here.
I roll him over on his back.
Okay, his eyes have gone. His eyes have gone completely black.
Oh mate, that's not a good look.
Ganja are still struggling. Like, you're wrenching right now. You're not able to stand up and be like, "Oh darn!" Like, you're basically over having coronary at this point in time.
Oh darn, a coronary.
Oh darn! Oh fiddlesticks!
Maybe we should take them inside churches. I'm sure whatever's in them is not going to like it. Maybe it'll come out.
It doesn't like it here. I'm actually coughing in real life, but it works.
I was about to say, are you
Okay.
So you make your way, you guys. So what's happening, guys? You basically have a friend that's completely out. His eyes have gone black, and you've got another one that's keeling over right now. Time crunch.
We're obviously gonna drag him into the church.
Can I make a religion check to see like if going in the church is going to be worse, or will it help?
You can certainly try and make a religion check. We'll see how you do. If your best guess is that if it's black magic, if it's demonic, you should be able to go into a church and help you out.
So we would drag him into the church. I would imagine.
But you
Gideon.
guys go to
Yeah.
you guys go to drag him into the church, and as you do, so you pick him up. You straight up pick him up, Gideon.
Yeah.
So Gideon, you start running towards the church. Ganja, you're sort of
I'm
keeling
trying to
over
make
people.
it under my own power if I can.
They're trying to shuffle you along. You're starting to feel that pull more and more the closer and closer you get to the church. Gideon, you start running for that front step. There's a massive amount of steps like that make up to the actual doorway. As you get close to the doorway, you basically get you. It's almost like there was a wall above you where you were carrying Pino, because you will go through and Pino just flies backwards and down the steps.
Oh crap! Can I try to catch him?
You can certainly try. Like you're running full force in, and he basically comes out. So make an athletics check to see if you can basically catch and like fall back as this is all happening. You do not, unfortunately. So he basically falls face first and then rolls down the stairs as you walk your way in. Again, all of a sudden, you're starting to make a commotion. People are starting to notice, not necessarily recognizing what's going on at this point in time. Most of the people around you think you just threw your friend down the church steps. And you're starting to get some attention inside of the basilica. As you made your way in, by the way, Gideon, you saw very ornate, like the scales of justice sitting on both sides, a massive war hammer sitting in the middle with two scales coming up from it, a couple of different priests sitting at the front in full robe, making their way, starting to sort of recognize your commotion.
Hello, sirs. My friend is obviously overstressed in the moment. Could we perhaps get some of your assistance?
And they sort of look concerned, and they make their way over to you. And
I'm making my way down the steps to Pino and check him and hope his neck is not broken.
You check him over. He's battered, he's bruised, but otherwise not dead. Pino, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Not dead yet. That's just a D20, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
That's not good. You have one failed saving throw at this point in time.
So have I dropped to 0 hit points? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, you've gone unconscious. You've basically dropped to 0 hit points. You have no health at this point in time. It took you over like that. And no, Ganja, you're basically at half of your hit points already. You're gathering that healing is not going to help. Go ahead, Gideon.
Now, and then to say you just said healing is not going to help. I was going to talk shit to these priests, but I don't know what they can.
So as you guys make your way in, Ganja, start to feel like a searing pain on the front of your chest, and you lift up your shirt a little bit, and on the front of your chest is basically an upright black hand. It's a right hand with all the, basically it's almost like a black fist with all the fingers close together, basically seared into the front of your chest.
Oh my god.
And all of a sudden you look down at Pino, you sort of pull his shirt back up, and you're starting to see the same thing on Pino.
I got to tell you, mates, if this wasn't obviously a sign of some occult doom that faces you.
God damn it.
Every fucking time. Like, dude, that's
Went to
not
cult.
coincidence.
Pick it up after cult.
Yeah.
I said if these tattoos weren't something that are obviously a sign of a cult and doom for you, but that's actually kind of bitching.
Yeah, this is the
I'm
time.
not doing it again. I don't want to do it.
No, we got you.
I know healing necessarily won't work, but I don't know. I mean, what else to do? And I'm gonna take my hands, and I'm gonna put one of my hands on the hand on Pino's chest, and my other hand on the hand on my chest, and I'm gonna blow all 20 points of lay on hands because it does have other effects.
So you
I think
blow
it's
20.
just poison and stuff, but
Yeah, you blow 20 hands. You blow. You put 20 lay on hands, so that leaves you. You drop down to right now. You're now hit quarter health. But Pino all of a sudden takes another sigh or another breath. The only thing is his eyes are still jet black. And anybody who is observing Ganja right now, all of a sudden they're starting to see almost like water dripping down. His eyes are starting to make to go black as well.
and not like they normally do.
Not in a good way.
Not
Am I awake now?
You are coherent, but you can't see right now. You're blinded, and you basically still have this massive pain in your chest.
Is the hand still there?
Yep.
What the fuck? Where the fuck's a priest?
I keep telling you, mate, learn how to fight better, and we can avoid these kind of situations.
Next
he
time
turned
I
all of a
won't
sudden-
heal. That's
Yeah.
agreed.
All of a sudden, a priest comes
Not
strung down the
saying
steps.
I
What is
don't
this?
appreciate
What is
the
this?
healing.
What is this matter? What has happened here? And then he all of a
Our
sudden looks
friends
him
are
straight.
obviously afflicted by some dark malady. Perhaps
He
you
looks.
would
Yeah, he looks
exercise
straight
your
at the.
expertise.
Yeah, he looks straight at the chest of Pino, which has basically been exposed right now. He goes, "This is the work of Bane. We must run!" And he runs back inside, and he goes, "I must get Volman!" And he basically books it back inside.
Did he just run away?
No, that's not a good sign, mate.
I told you. I told
Hey,
you.
you're blind, but you know, I light a spliff and hand it to him. At least smoke a bit before you kick the bucket, man.
The light
At which
is always
point-
Take it.
scared of the dark.
At which point, you see an older but still spry male priest come out with adorned in much more, I guess, considerable robage. He comes in, makes his way out, and goes, "What have you done? What torture have you allowed?"
I don't know. This is what happens when you follow a group, I guess. I don't fucking know what happened to me. Help.
Bring them in. Bring them in. And he sort of hustles you along. "The mass is over. Everybody leave." And he sort of puts his hands out. And as he does this, all of the light within the actual church just goes out when he puts his hands out like this. And then he shoves his hands to the back, and the back door is closed.
Did Pino go up the steps now? Because last time it tossed him.
Pino, he's being carried by one of the other one of the other priests who have picked him up. The other priests, there's like about 3 or 4 priests that are basically helping you out. At which point you see him turn around and go and look straight at Dab and goes, "I think you know you are not welcome here."
Damn. I knew you were evil, Dab. I knew.
Somebody
Right.
splash him with holy water.
And I think
No,
you
they
know,
gotta use
Where's the
all
holy
to fix
water?
themselves,
ju-
man.
and I would just look at him and I say, I think you would also know that while our differences, or while we may have our differences, I won't be leaving my group alone.
I cannot guarantee that you are not the source of this dark magic. Leave it once and I will cure your friends if I can.
He's not the source of the magic. That I can guarantee you.
What this church does to you is of not my concern. If you come gain harm here, it is not my problem.
Just here to learn.
So Dab, you start to feel like a tingly feeling on your skin, almost like a sunburn. It's obviously not causing pain right now; it's irritation, but you're very uncomfortable at this point in time. Also, when you ran in, I mean, you in general, you respect basically you respect gods of some sort. You respect what they can do. Generally, you think priests are basically call boys. You think they're absolute bitches. This one just managed to actually do a little bit of magic that you weren't expecting. I don't say you respect it. I don't say you're impressed by it. You're surprised at the very least.
And also, above all, my curiosity definitely drives me to do this too. Like my whole reasoning for coming from Middle Earth was to learn more other than what was around me. And while my father was a great and powerful wizard, like I said, I was raised. I never said I was raised on the dark side. It's just as I'm learning, I'm finding more power in the dark, and that's why I've kind of leaned that way. So my
Yeah, so again,
curiosity is still definitely driving me further into the church, and that's why I'm not saying, okay, I'll wait outside. It's not because I fear for Pino's life or Ganja's life either. It's just because I want to see what's going on here.
So you guys make your way in. He makes your way past like the massive amount of pews and the altar. He makes your way into a back cupboard or a back area. He lays him down on this massive bed, and the bed actually has chains on either, or basically chains on either side. He turns to you. He turns to the other two priests that are currently sort of helping Ganja along, and goes, "The other room." And Ganja, you get ushered into a second room just off the hallway and down. Pino, you're awake, but you're blind and you're almost paralyzed. You're not fully paralyzed. You can still feel things, but you try and move your arms around, and you just like you don't have control of your body right now. You feel them lay you onto a table. All of a sudden, you start to feel these leather cuffs get strapped around your wrist and around your feet.
Your hands are cold.
The priest sort of lays you out and goes, "This will not be comfortable, my son, and this will not be joyful, but this will be necessary. Wait here." And he runs out, and you see him run back in. He goes, and he looks to you, and he just basically, and Ganj, he walks into you, and he basically goes up, and he points to the table.
I get up on it.
You get up on it. They grab, sort of coarsely, they grab your hands and strap it into a couple leather buckles on both sides as well.
Hey, what's this all about?
As I said to your friend, this will not be comfortable nor joyful. It will be necessary. If you want to live past tomorrow, you will abide.
I take a deep breath.
Make a Constitution saving throw. Same with you, Gideon, or same with you, Pino.
I will say this though. While all this is going on, I have no use to anybody in this situation. I want to slip around this church. Churches are good for riches.
For fuck's sake. All right, make a sleight of hand check with advantage because people aren't looking for you to. Actually, sorry, make a sleight of hand check mainly because they've got a lot of people around, and also people have been known to try and rob a church. However, the sign on the chest sort of showed them that it was a bit legit. Pino and Ganja, you managed to just stay sort of calm and allow them to put the straps on you.
A deep breath and I nod.
Gideon, you managed to slip off. There's a couple of people that sort of recognize you, but you managed to slip off into a separate corridor. You're sort of walking around the pews right now. You're seeing the massive statues and ornate carvings of the god of Tyr. So as you guys get strapped down, he comes into the one with Pino, and he goes, "This is going to hurt, and I need you to use all your strength. But we are going to try and summon the beast out of your body and defeat it here. Now, this is where you might come in real handy." And he turns to you, Dab. "If you truly value your friend's life, the darkness within you does not lie within him. You may be able to handle this burden. Do you think you could do that?"
I think I can do a lot of things. Is that a challenge? I'll take it.
"Take it with what you will. This will be with you for life. I cannot move this beast into anybody else again. Once it finds a host, it will stay, and you will have to fight this for the rest of your life. Are you willing to do this for your friends?"
No, but I got a friend that is.
So you have friends in even lower places than where you already
I
are.
definitely do.
Very well.
We're
And
about to impose a soul on fucking Rufus.
At which point he just basically grabs onto your ankle and grabs onto your hand. You start to feel burning, Pino. So this is going to be similar to what we did with Dab. This is going to be a succession of Constitution saving throws. It's going to test your strength against this beast that's inside of you. You're feeling heart-wrenching right now as well. You're at half health at the moment, so keep that in mind because you will lose hit points throughout this. Ganja,
I'm at this time. I'm running back to the cart to go get Rufus and bringing him back to the church.
Oh, so you're decking off.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to take the fucking beast in me. Rufus is going to do it.
So the conversation he just had with you,
and I said, no, I'm not going to harbor the entity, but I have a friend who will.
He definitely misunderstood you. He goes, "You do not have time. Will you do this here now?"
You want great power. This is the path.
Otherwise, this will become much more difficult. If I cannot find a host, we will have to take it head on. And trust me when I say, this is not something to be taken lightly.
You've defeated many a beast before. And I've defeated a beast the same as this just days ago. Do I really need to take this on myself and risk my own health and well-being?
Do you want power?
This isn't giving me power.
He goes, enough of this bickering. Give us your decision. We have no time.
No.
Fine. Very well. Then you and your friends should prepare for battle. We will
I'm
give them...
prepared.
I will have to prepare the church.
All right, I'm gonna come back. I don't want to have to fight
And
without him.
as he walks by you, he turns to you and he goes, and pirate, be wary of slippery fingers. And he walks out.
He didn't see me do nothing, man.
He didn't see you do anything.
But you're a fucking pirate, dude. You don't need to see you do nothing.
Trust the term corsair, but understand.
And he makes his way out. So right now we've got Pino and we've got Ganja both laying in beds, separate rooms.
Chained.
Chained. You're basically both bound. It's hitting 11 o'clock. I think that's going to be where we leave it for tonight. So we'll leave it on a little bit of a cliffhanger. We'll figure out what's going to happen next week and see what happens with Ganja and Pino if they can get rid of their inner demons.
All right, well,
Fight a demon.
this has been
Stabbing
D&D.
nobody's friends.
This has been D&D with THC, episode 20. Lost Minds of Phandelver. And like I said, this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be back with the Bacon campaign. And we'll also be putting in our response to Weed D&D's Blunt Rolling Challenge. Their boy Gus rolled 6 in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I really think I could do 8. We're going to give her a shot. So you'll see that this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we'll be back again here, hopefully next Monday, to pick up where we're leaving off here on a hell of a cliffhanger. Thanks to Jared for another great session. Thanks to all of you guys for watching, and we'll see you Wednesday. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.